Formula 1 has had 10 teams for a very long time now, and whilst 20 drivers and 10 teams is an even and easy number to work with, there has been a lot of interest as of late for other teams to be added to the grid. This is due to the booming popularity of the sport since Drive to Survive, and more fans are interested in the sport, which results in more money being made, and the world revolves around money, and that is why more people want to get into the sport. Brands like Ford and Audi are getting involved more from 2026. As they look to partner with current teams to help them with the new engine regulations that are coming into play. However, there is one team who are very popular in the United States and IndyCar and other parts of motorsport, and that of course is Andretti. They have been pushing to join the grid for many years now, but this year in particular, they have pushed it even more and are very close now to getting onto the grid in the coming season. It has come out that the FIA have accepted Andretti to join the grid, however, they need to now come to an agreement with Formula 1 as a whole, which is not as accepting as you would think. Stefano Domenicali has said that the team that is joining the grid has to add value to F1, and that it will not be for a couple of months or so until we know if Andretti will be joining the grid very shortly. In today's video, we will be discussing what this now means for Formula 1. Could they compete with the big dogs straight away, and how they have been able to get ready for entering the pinnacle of motorsport? Let's get right into it, shall we? To kick off our video about the American-based team in Andretti Autosport, we want to talk about what this move will mean for Formula 1 as a whole. The move has been met with a lot of criticism, should we say, from the top teams in Red Bull and Mercedes, for example, who do not want to see this move go through. You may be asking why this is. Well, it is plain and simple. They do not want any more competition. F1 as a whole at the top, as so many teams want to win the championship every season, and adding another one to the mix would make it harder. Another way this move will change Formula 1 is because we will have 11 teams on the grid and 22 drivers. This means that qualifying will have to be changed slightly too. We will have to wait and see what to do. A massively good point that comes from Andretti joining the grid is that there will be 2 more seats up for grabs in a sport where there are so many drivers who deserve a chance, but there have been not many seats to get in the past. This will allow younger talents to get into the sport, and it just makes the driver market even more exciting too. We will also have a fully American team from the top to the very bottom, which will further enhance the US market to its most potential and get more fans to tune into Formula 1. It may even get viewers of IndyCar to tune into Formula 1, so it could be a very good long-term gain for F1 to have Andretti a part of their family. The competition and grid will be shaken around once Andretti joins, which could be at the front of the grid, in the midfield, or at the very back. It is great to have a chance in the sport sometimes, and having 10 teams in the grid has been the same for a while now, and the dynamic could be easily changed once again, and for the better, we have to say. Andretti does seem very confident, and they have been preparing for this move for years now, and they could know something that we did not. And they come into the sport and shock the world and win the championship in their very first season? Who knows? Overall, this move does challenge a lot for Formula 1. But it is not negative at all for the fans. Maybe for their competitors, but that is it. It does wonders for the sport. Would you like to see Andretti on the F1 grid, or are you like Mercedes and Red Bull who are against this move? Leave a comment below and let us know what you think about this. The next topic of the video is what the chances are of Andretti competing with big dogs like Red Bull and Mercedes. The Andretti Autosport team as a whole have been successful in other categories, but Formula 1 is above and beyond anything else in motorsport, and it will be harder to replicate that success in F1. They will aim to jump into the sport and win world championships. I'm sure every team would want that, but they have to be realistic if they want to be successful and not just be delusional. They will want to be in the midfield battle with the likes of Alpine and Aston Martin, and that is what they will want to be fighting with for the first season. Talking all this talk and pushing to get into the sport and to be a backmarker would be a huge failure, so they have to be smart and realistic and aim for the midfield battle, and then they build up slowly but surely. They have all the components needed to be successful in the sport, which we will get into later. They just need to be smart and not get in over their heads, and do all the right things to set themselves up for success. It would be great for the neutral fan to see Andretti jump into the sport, and in their first season they go on to challenge for a championship. It would be something like Braun did in 2009, but they actually stay on for more than one season. Overall, it is hard to say where exactly Andretti will be at once they join the grid in the coming years. It is more than likely to be in the midfield battle, which is already so close, but they will bring a lot of new things to the sport for sure. Will Andretti be a success or another failure from an American team like we have seen many times in the past? Drop a comment below and let us know what your thoughts are. To end off today's video surrounding how the Andretti deal has been finalized, and they will more than likely join the grid soon, we will be touching on how Andretti has been able to get ready to get into the sport. One of the best things they have done was to get a main sponsor in Cadillac, who are a major car brand in the United States. This shows to the FIA and F1 that they have the money ready and waiting to pay that joining fee. It shows how they are serious about this adventure. It has also come out in recent weeks that they have their 2023 car in the wind tunnel testing. Of course, we will not see this car on the track, but they are getting ready and learning how to develop a car. They are aiming to join the grid for 2025, and starting development early is showing how they are getting ready, and will probably build a 2024 car, and then will build their 2025 car, which they hope to use when they actually go racing. They are said to have prepared their drivers near enough ready, with one of them being Colton Herta, who is a great driver in IndyCar and has connections to McLaren and F1 as a whole. They are really working hard behind the scenes to make sure this move is successful, and you have to give them credit for doing that. Let's all keep in mind that they haven't actually been fully accepted, as it is due to F1 and the preparations are underway, and we can expect more news and rumors to come out in the media over the next couple of months. Andretti could be the 11th team to get on the grid. Will they be the next Mercedes who come in and dominate in a few years? Or will they be another Haas with a lot of promises but turn out to be a slight failure? We will have to wait and find out. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button to watch more videos like this one.